Millions of people are unknowingly weakening their bones every single day, not because of aging alone, but due to missing nutrients that silently steal bone strength. You may think bone health is something to worry about in your 60s or 70s, but the truth is bone loss starts much earlier. By the time you hit 30, your bones are no longer building, they're maintaining. And if your body lacks key nutrients even in your 20s, the foundation starts to crack. By age 50, statistics show that 1 in 2 women and up to 1 in 4 men will suffer a bone fracture due to osteoporosis. What's worse, many won't even know they have weak bones until something breaks. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, we'll reveal the 5 most common bone health deficiencies that weaken your skeleton from the inside and how to fix them naturally and step by step. These aren't just minor gaps. They're the hidden culprits behind brittle bones, fractures, poor posture, shrinking height, and even joint pain. Stay with me. Whether you're in your 20s and want to build stronger bones, or you're 60 and want to prevent fractures, this video is for you. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe to @Repair Our Health. It helps us bring you educational, science-backed content every week. Let's get started. Deficiency number 1, calcium, is the most well-known bone mineral, and for good reason. 90% of the calcium in your body is stored in your bones and teeth. It's what gives your skeleton its strength and structure. But if your body doesn't get enough calcium through food, it pulls it from your bones to maintain other functions, like keeping your heart beating and muscles working. Over time, this constant withdrawal leads to porous, fragile bones. According to research, over 40% of adults don't meet the recommended daily calcium intake. That number is even higher among women, vegans, the elderly, and people who are lactose intolerant. Here's how to know if you're low. You rarely eat dairy, leafy greens, or calcium-fortified foods. You consume lots of processed foods or soda. You have frequent muscle cramps, brittle nails, or weak teeth. You haven't had a DEXA scan to check bone density after 50. The recommended daily intake is 1,000 milligrams for most adults and 1,200 milligrams for women over 50 and men over 70. So how do we fix it? Eat more calcium-rich foods like dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese. Don't forget leafy greens like kale, collard greens, and bok choy. Canned salmon or sardines with bones are also great options. Tofu made with calcium sulfate can be quite beneficial too. And of course, fortified almond milk, orange juice, and cereals can help as well. Spread your calcium intake throughout the day for better absorption. Your body can only absorb around 500 milligrams at once. If you're supplementing, choose calcium citrate, which is easier to digest, or calcium carbonate, which is cheaper but needs to be taken with food. Do not exceed 2,000 milligrams daily from all sources. Deficiency number 2, vitamin D, the calcium activator. Think of calcium as the bricks in your bone structure and vitamin D as the mason who puts them into place. The importance of vitamin D for calcium absorption cannot be overstated. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium properly no matter how much you eat. Shockingly, more than 1 billion people worldwide are vitamin D deficient. Even in sunny countries, people who stay indoors, cover up, or use sunscreen often fall short. Signs of low vitamin D include constant fatigue, frequent illness, bone pain or weakness, and mood changes like depression. The best way to know for sure is to ask your doctor for a 25-hydroxyvitamin D blood test. Levels should be at least 30 nanograms per milliliter, though many experts recommend 40 to 60 for optimal health. Here's how to fix it. 1. Get safe sun exposure. Aim for 10 to 30 minutes a few times a week, depending on your skin tone and location. 2. Eat fatty fish like salmon and sardines, egg yolks, and fortified milk or plant milks. 3. Supplement with vitamin D3. Ideally, 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily. Some people may need more under medical supervision. Pro tip: take your vitamin D with a meal that contains fat. It's fat-soluble and absorbs best that way. Bonus tip: vitamin D works best when paired with calcium and magnesium, both of which we'll cover next. Deficiency number 3, magnesium, the overlooked bone mineral. Magnesium plays a critical role in converting vitamin D into its active form. It also regulates calcium balance and supports bone-building cells. Yet over 60% of adults don't get enough magnesium. That's largely due to diets high in processed foods and low in whole plant-based options. Low magnesium may cause muscle cramps or spasms, trouble sleeping, fatigue and anxiety, and poor vitamin D absorption. The recommended intake is 310 to 320 milligrams for women and 400 to 420 milligrams for men. Add these magnesium-rich foods to your daily routine: spinach, Swiss chard, and kale, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, black beans, lentils, chickpeas, avocado, bananas, and dark chocolate. If supplementing, magnesium glycinate or citrate are gentle and well absorbed. Start with 200 to 300 milligrams per day, but avoid magnesium oxide, which can cause digestive upset. Important: magnesium, vitamin D, and calcium form a trio. All three need to be present in the right balance for healthy bones. Deficiency number 4, vitamin K2, the calcium traffic controller. Most people get enough vitamin K1 from leafy greens, but vitamin K2 is different and essential for bone health. K2 activates proteins that help bind calcium into bones and keep it out of soft tissues like arteries. Without K2, calcium can build up in places it doesn't belong, causing both weak bones and hard arteries. You may be low in K2 if you rarely eat fermented foods or certain cheeses, you're on long-term antibiotics or gut-damaging meds, or you take high-dose vitamin D without K2. K2-rich foods include natto, which is fermented soy, and the richest source-aged cheeses like Gouda and Brie egg yolks and pasture-raised animal products, as well as sauerkraut and other fermented veggies. Many people choose to supplement vitamin K2 MK7 at a dose of 90 to 120 micrograms daily. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, consult your doctor before increasing vitamin K intake. Remember, K2 helps direct calcium into bones, D helps absorb it, and magnesium supports both. Together they form a team. Deficiency number 5, hormonal imbalance, the silent bone thief. Your bones are sensitive to hormones, especially estrogen and testosterone. After menopause, a woman's estrogen drops dramatically, and bone loss can accelerate by up to 20% in just 5 to 7 years. Men also lose bone mass as testosterone declines gradually with age. Other hormone-related causes of bone loss include an overactive thyroid, also known as hyperthyroidism, elevated cortisol from chronic stress or steroids, and parathyroid imbalance. Watch for signs like rapid weight loss, stooped posture, early menopause, and fatigue. You might also notice mood swings or changes in libido. So, what can you do? First, get a bone density test, also known as a DEXA scan, after age 50 or earlier if you're at risk. Ask your doctor about hormone replacement therapy, whether it's HRT or TRT, if it's appropriate for you. Include weight-bearing and resistance exercises 3 to 4 times per week. Focus on protein, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory foods. And it's important to minimize alcohol, smoking, and ultra-processed foods. Even if you correct your nutrient deficiencies, your bones still need stimulation. Exercise sends signals that say, make this bone stronger. Top bone-building activities. Walking or hiking, strength training with weights or resistance bands, jump rope, stair climbing, dancing. And don't forget about yoga and Tai Chi for balance and posture. Also, get 7 to 9 hours of sleep to allow bone rebuilding and reduce stress hormones like cortisol. Final thoughts. Bone health isn't just about calcium and milk. It's a symphony of nutrients, hormones, movement, and lifestyle habits. By addressing these 5 key deficiencies: 1. Calcium. 2. Vitamin D. 3. Magnesium. 4. Vitamin K2. And 5. Hormonal imbalance. You're giving your bones what they need to stay strong, dense, and fracture-free for life. Your bones support you. It's time to support them back. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Repair Our Health. It helps us reach more people and create content that truly makes a difference. Let us know in the comments. Which of these deficiencies surprised you most? Disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting any supplements or treatments. Thanks for watching, and here's to building unbreakable bones one day at a time.